Mr. Larry Naritelli of the new Reagan Patriots. I know that I voted for him in the primary. I don't know how many of you did, looking for a conservative candidate for governor. But Larry is here today to talk about Prop 23. And let me just tell you a little bit about the new Reagan Patriots. They're here, they're in the back. Go say hi. They've got these great pins that they're selling that look like it's in the shape of the United States of America, but on the front of it is the Constitution and it says, "We the people." They're really great pins and they're in the back. New Reagan Patriots' mission is to promote the resurgence of national pride and thoughtfulness and knowledge, and to teach our children what America is and what she represents in the long history of the world. They're dedicated to rediscovering our values and bringing common sense back to leaders at all levels of government, local, state, and federal. And although he's a lifelong Republican, Larry Naritelli, like many of us, have become a little bit disappointed with the Republican Party, as it has moved away from the conservative values of Ronald Reagan. Can I get an amen? Amen. Amen. In 2009, Larry joined the Tea Party movement as an American patriot to join others who believe in small, limited government, low taxes, and free market capitalism. He's here to talk to us today. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Larry Naritelli.
Good afternoon, Pleasanton. God bless America. Everybody say, God bless America.
God bless America.
All right. I love this crowd. You look great out there.
All right, buddy.
As you heard, I did run for governor. I came in third against Meg Whitman. She had a little bit more money than I did. But I'm here today to talk to you about Prop 23. Now, I want all of you to think way back in history, back to 2006. Can you remember back that far? What was happening in 2006? First of all, everyone had a job. Everyone had a good paying job. Gas prices were below $2 a gallon. We had real estate prices up at much higher levels than they are today, and all the banks had plenty of cash. Now, what happened in 2006? Two things changed that. The first thing was Nancy Pelosi was elected Speaker of the House of Representatives. And I want to say something to you. A politician that believes in the philosophy of Saul Alinsky, they're going to overwhelm the system, is a complete idiot. We don't want to overwhelm the system. We have a great system and a great country here in the United States of America. The second thing that happened in 2006 was Arnold Schwarzenegger passed AB 32, signed AB 32, the Global Warming Solutions Act. Now, global warming is a complete and total fraud. So is the climate change hoax. Now, why are the politicians following this fraud? What happened back in 1990, after the first Persian Gulf War? The enemies of our country realized two things. The first thing was that we could not be defeated militarily. The second thing was that socialism and communism bankrupted every other country in the world. So they devised the global warming fraud to put caps on our energy supplies, to convert our economy into a socialist economy. They wanted to undermine us from within and weaken our economy and weaken our system of government. And that's what global warming is. You know, they use global warming, they came up with that because they wanted to go after carbon dioxide. Why did they want to go after carbon dioxide? Because for the last 40 years, 50 years, we have been taking pollution out of our emissions and converting them to greenhouse gas emissions. Greenhouse gases are green. They're clean. Carbon dioxide is the clean air of the Clean Air Acts. It doesn't cause global warming. We've been coming out of an ice age for the last 10,000 years. So it's not the carbon dioxide that's causing the warming. But what they found out is carbon dioxide absorbs heat. Well, it absorbs the sun heat during the day, and it radiates it off at night at the same rate that it absorbs it. So it stabilizes the temperature of the planet. What else? Carbon is the basis of life on this planet. Everyone here is carbon. Your DNA is created because of the element of carbon. Carbon dioxide mixes with water and sunlight to give us food. You see this grass? You know why it's green? Because it's got carbon in it. We get all of our food from the carbon dioxide in the air because the plants absorb it. When you go to McDonald's, now I know there's probably some people that don't like McDonald's, and I think I've gone there one too many times myself. But when we go to McDonald's and we have a hamburger and we have French fries, that food comes from the carbon dioxide because the cows eat the grass. The bun is made from the wheat, which is grown from the crops that mixes with sunlight and water vapor. So carbon is clean. And we want to make sure that we don't allow any politicians to pass laws that are based on a fraud or based on a hoax, because what happens? It creates high levels of unemployment. Ever since the Global Warming Solutions Act was passed, we have had unemployment go from 4.8% up to over 10% or 12% here in this state. That's because the regulations under AB 32 are driving corporations out of our state. And everyone in the country is looking at you. Everyone is looking at you on Prop 23 because they do not want cap and trade. Cap and trade is an attempt to overturn the Declaration of Independence. How many of you have heard Al Gore talk about global governance? Yep. The way he's going to do that is with a cap and trade treaty, because in our Constitution, Article 6 says that a foreign treaty becomes the supreme law of the land. All of the rights of the states and all of the rights of the individuals notwithstanding. So when they pass a cap and trade treaty, they're going to put a foreign government in charge of the United States of America through that treaty. It overturns the Declaration of Independence and it undermines our Constitution. So the most important thing that you need to do this election season is get out there and tell everyone they need to vote yes on Prop 23.